Charlie XCX made Brat Summer big last year, but is the Brat diet something that's in right now for IBD? Today, we are diving into it and seeing if it's something that is helpful for IBD. But first, I'm Danielle. I am one of the Crohn's and Colitis dietitians, and
Actually,
we're excited to talk to you today about the Brat diet. And it stands for bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast.
this is how little we use the BRAT diet because we try to move people away from the BRAT diet and into more diversity because in terms of gut health and long-term impacts with IBD, we really want people to have variety because that's where you see lower risk of flare-up, lower levels of inflammation, better outcomes overall with IBD. So we really don't use BRAT diet all that much. Mostly we're taking people off of it, but there is a time and a place for all kinds of things, right? And oftentimes the BRAT diet will be prescribed when you're coming out of the hospital or temporarily if you've had, surgery or some kind of acute severe flare up. You might see people recommending the BRAT diet, which is really just more of a low residue, low impact sort of diet that is most tolerable.
Hmm.
But like we've talked about before when it comes to IBD, there's two things. There's tolerability and then there's IBD friendly. Sometimes something can be IBD friendly and helpful for the IBD, but may not be tolerable. So we help people with bridging that gap. So helping make some of those foods that are gut friendly more tolerable.
Absolutely. Yeah. When it comes to the Brat diet, I feel like a lot of people with IBD use that as a starting point because, like you said, Ashley, it is those foods that are quite tolerable. They're not very irritating. They're mushy and they're mushy.
Yeah.
So easy on the gut. But slowly adding things in is always our name of the game to expand your gut health and to expand your diet, of course. So long term, that's a no for the Brat diet. But we can totally understand if you are in that space right now because we've been there too, where it feels like everything hurts your gut.
Yeah, for sure. And I've definitely, in my worst flares, I've been to the point of not even able to tolerate um, just any food. So liquids only, barely keeping those down. So I know what it's like to be in your shoes if that's where you're at. It doesn't have to be forever though. And getting support is key, making sure you get support from a GI that you trust. And also, it can be very, very helpful to have some adjunct nutrition support in terms of improving the outcome of those meds. We know in research it shows that utilizing a good nutrition therapy plan can actually improve the way your meds are working. So it's a great adjunct way to support your gut. Now, so I think the bottom line here is if you're on the BRAT diet, ideally, we hope it's not forever. We hope you can move beyond, a bland diet into a more diverse and colorful diet.
Let's make that famous, Charlie XCX.
Thanks for listening and take care of yourself. You deserve it. You really do.